Well, hello to you too. What's up, dude? Just finishing starting stuff. Hope you're having a good night, my man. Automatic save. Yo, the Cardboard Baron, what's up, dude? What are we working on tonight? Sorting a bunch of Destin rivals. I had one box of beginner boxes that was lagging behind that I got in today, but I'm probably gonna wait till the weekend to list those. That's loud. Hell yeah, dude. I'm looking forward to Saturday, man. You are going to be a fun one to talk to. I already know. Just pulling orders. That's what's up. I did most of my orders before we got live. I had 19 orders. 18 of them were Magic, and 18 of them all had some form of Marvel Beginner Box cards in them. So finally starting to move through those a little bit. Don, what's up? Got 40 orderish to pack myself between the two stores. Nice, man. Yeah, I was looking at pricing and I saw I don't remember what card from the beginner boxes I was looking at, but then I saw you on the listing. I was like, there he is. I think the EV on them went up even higher. I think on the Max Alpha they finally had them listed and have them listed like 80. It's just not fair. What am I doing? We need to get a link. Ping the Discord. Content. We live. Boop. At everyone. Okay, perfect. Yeah. I think I decided. Oh, God damn it! Every time, I don't know how long you've been following around, man, but I'm willing to put in the work. And when I remember watching that video, and you were like, "Man, just not many people like breaking things down," and I love doing it. And I was like, "You got me sold. Let's go." So I'm trying to split my time though between like sorting and listing, try to get a little bit better at doing everything. Back scratcher. So we did a bunch of listing yesterday. Now we're gonna try to get through as much of this Destin Rivals box as possible tonight. Close to a full 5-row. Transform. Horizontal. There we go. What's good? What's up, Mike? All right. Bam. There we go. Just a nice, calm night of sorting. Pokemon has actually been doing pretty solid for me on Direct, which is kind of crazy. It makes for some pretty large RIs, but 20 cents a card for, Garbo, I'll take it. That's why I wanted to do what I'm doing now, which is I'm listing everything, but then I'm going to slowly delist stuff as I go through, give everything a shot to sell. I could rather get 20 cents for a card than 3 cents. Might not be worth it to everybody, but it's worth it. It's worth it for me. 79 card order I gotta pack up. Sheesh. How much we talking, man? Can't tell us the amount of cards and then not say how much you netted on that sucker. I get in the same mindset you mentioned in a few videos. Sometimes I'd rather just break stuff down instead of something that might be a better. Yeah, exactly. Not only that, but like I don't know how it is in your area, but collection buys and dealing with people that have collections is starting to get a little silly, and the asks are starting to get to be a little much. So it's very much a go where other people aren't kind of situation, you know? $20. Hey. You're talking to the right person, man. I love those. I mean, they can be a pain some nights to pull, but I'll pull a 79 card, $20 order. I mean, what is it all bulk? I'm assuming it's all like penny cards. So, I mean, listen, I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but when I see $13 after shipping, I'm seeing $13 of pure cash money. Yo, my homie Rob of the Coffee and Cardboard Show coming with the $1.99 Near Mint Cards Gem Mint Man. Man, you stole my line. That's funny. Thank you, as always. You are the best. Nice video today, dude. You can definitely tell, Rob, that when you definitely tell you're getting way more comfortable doing those things, man. I meant to message that to you before I got on, but you can definitely tell. Yeah, 25 cent for. Oh, and it's at a 25 cent for too, so even better. CZG. I can't remember who was making fun of me for yawning yesterday, but we're 3 minutes in and I'm already doing it. Do. Such a good line. Always happy to steal it. Yeah. No, I'm very grateful. I just enjoy the pack. Yeah, no, dude. I think packing is something is like second only to sorting. I don't know. It's almost like when you listen to people about cooking and they're like, yeah, if you're not cooking with love, then like, what are you doing? Like, I feel like that with packing, man. I get to take my time. I'm a little OCD when it comes to like that. So I got to make sure like my paper is like perfectly lined up. And I got to make sure that the dotted line is perfect and everything looks perfect. And I have my card just like perfectly in the middle. And I got my nice sticker. And then I get to make my little like thank you note. Like, I love all that stuff. Might sound lame, but I like it. I like it a lot. Here in the St. Louis area, we have the collector store Fortune Fire here. So collection buys are few and far between. The big shops will offer 70%. So people you find on Facebook Market, yeah, oof, that's rough. But hey, that's what separates the people. That's what separates people like you and me from, and anyone else here that breaks things down from the others is when things eventually do get to the point where you kind of have to do that to survive. Sign me up. The only thing better than buying bulk and finding a bunch of crazy stuff is finding a product that is 3x the price of what you paid for it. Like, there's not much else that not much else that really gets the juices flowing, if you know what I mean. Man, this mic always makes me angry when I'm sorting because it's like right in my peripheral vision. All right, let's try doing that. Hey y'all, how's your night going? Yo, what's up, Craig? Pretty good, dude. I really like finding cards and looking at how many are gone. I'm not huge on packing. I think what you meant to say is what you're packing is huge. Yeah, I get you though. I'm in South. Ooh, nice. I have a card shop near me paying 90% from people on Facebook because he sells on Whatnot. I understand that when you have a business, you have to do things that are good for your business, but selling penny cards for $4 and auctioning them on Whatnot is something I'm not prepared to do. I'll work harder than some others have to in order to not have to do that. I was talking about it last night. I saw someone buy, what did they buy? A plain Morpeko from Brilliant Stars in an auction for $4 plus $5 in shipping. And I wanted to vomit. All over the place. It was disgusting. Guys, I'm sure you have seen his stuff before, but if you are not subscribed or checking out my friend, the Cardboard Baron stuff, you need to. He has really good information, and he's got a really amazing hat. So, show my homie some love. Go check his channel out. He's dope, and he does dope stuff. And he is who I found out about the Marvel beginner boxes from. So I have to make sure he gets the proper props on that. How's the Marvel stuff going? I got some boxes coming my way. Pretty good. You know, like anything else, when you do a box opening, a mass box opening, the bigger stuff is going to go first and faster. So, you know, it's like a top hat. Yo, what's up, Mason? What's going on, dude? Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're ready to destroy my dreams and what I want to do even more. Excellent video of the other day, by the way. Very, very good. I was complaining about just specifically API in one of my other ones, and then seeing you kind of lay it out the way you did was really solid. Really solid. Mason, I think you would look good in a top hat now that I'm thinking about it. Maybe Halloween, just like be like a proper English gentleman and just wear a monocle and a top hat while talking about Pokemon. Who knows? STP. Lay it on me. I mean, if I had to buy you the hat to wear, I would probably do it. For sure, I got in on the Jumpstart with you last post and loved how that has gone so far. Yeah, the EV has gone down on Jumpstart a little bit. I think it's hovering around like 130, but there's still like plenty of room. Like, and that's the thing is when like doing mass box openings, it's not necessarily the most profitable, but it is profitable depending on what you buy it for. So like, you know. Mason wearing a top hat, plugging IKEA, name a better combination. I love it. I love it even more. It's a pound dog. Brother, you can't be a car store owner and wear a top hat. I get enough neckbeard allegations. I mean, if you're in, aren't we all neckbeards to a certain extent in the cardboard world? Aren't we all? So what's everybody got going tonight? What are we sorting, sifting, listing? We opening new stores? Mason, you have any TCG player reps reach out to you and be like, what's all with all this heat from everybody now? Has all the scuttlebutt made any noticeable waves? But yeah, the Marvel boxes. So I'm doing a video on it, but like when you do a mass box opening, the whole goal is to get your money back as fast as possible, and you get your money back as fast as possible with the better cards. So like with the Marvel beginner boxes specifically, there's like 4 cards over $2, 5 cards over $2. There's like Tony Stark, which is 6. Stark's Ingenuity, She-Hulk, they're like 2 to 3 a piece. Captain America is like 2 or 3. But like those 5 cards pay for one whole beginner box. So if you can get through those in like 2 to 3 weeks and get all your money back, then all that other stuff just sits there, and that's what slowly gets you the profit over time. And then it happens faster and faster. The wider and wider your inventory grows, and you get to take advantage of the card optimizer and just having a bigger inventory in general, and then so on and so forth. It just takes a different person to do it. Yo, what's up, Shiny? Loki just bought the ICEA shelves. Yep. We are all surely on some spectrum. Oh, you better believe it. Omega sorting. Yeah. Oh! Mason, do you know about Omega sorting yet? Were you here for that stream? Prepping for card party? Oh, hell yeah, Wes. What's up, dude? How big of an inventory are you gonna have? How crazy are you getting? Card party, I haven't... They usually have one in Orlando, which is close to me, and I have yet to go, but I've heard it's pretty awesome. I've talked to a lot of TCG players. Okay, that's good. That's good to know. Whether or not anything changes, at least there's been some talks. That's all we can hope for, I guess. Hopefully, just knowing that a nerve has been struck. We don't want this to turn into a bricks and minifigs situation. Get in front of it, fix it. At least let us know that you're being heard. We're being heard, and I'm sure that will be enough to toe the line for a little bit until things can get done. Listing, nice. What's up, Frozen? Thanks, man. I've been watching your stuff about it. Gonna try to stack 2 30s and have another 30 on the side with the countertop. Yeah. I kind of wish I would have gotten them instead of the HDX shelves sometimes, but I don't know. Maybe I'll get them next. They are good. They're awesome though. I know 1 or 2 people that live locally to me that use them all the time and have nothing but good things to say about them. And let's face it, if Mason's using it, that means it's top notch, and he basically is like, you know, the best at everything. So it's probably good to say that he knows what he's talking about. Oh yeah, dude. I started doing it, and then I stopped answering questions because it was taking too long, and I'm gonna do it later. But there were a lot of interesting questions. I would agree with that. I got the cases at 42, so 14 bucks a box means. Oh yeah, absolutely, dude. I think that right now the EV on them is 80, so 14 bucks a box minus fees. You're probably gonna walk away with a double up over time. Maybe even a triple up. I mean, the worst case scenario is you get your money back and you've got a bunch of free inventory. So I just hope the Baron doesn't get mad at me that I shared it with everybody. He's gonna be like, I made one video about one product and you had to go talk about it, Bronze, and now everyone's gonna. Nah, it's fine. Yeah, it's a full audit. You know, I'm bringing some nice stuff. I'm sure Will Mason got it. Tell them to speed up the payment system and give me a report of what cars sold the previous month. That would be nice. Oh, it's this weekend? If it was a different weekend, I might try to go down there, but that's not enough time for me to change my plans. Yo, what's up, Stat? What's going on, dude? A lot of you are absolutely infuriating. Like all things in major corporations, it's not that simple. I know. Although, I was told that integrated shipping is just a flip of a switch. There's just a switch in the back that you just go flick and then it goes on. So, you know, Maybe the integrated shipping plug was just kicked out of the wall, so someone just has to plug it back in. It works like that, right? You got yours for 18 a box? Nice. Yeah, I think that's where I got mine averaged at. And even now, like they're going, I think if there's some cases that are going for like 60, 65, 70. And still at that price, they're... Yeah. Yeah. Anan, this is fucking crazy. Anan, TCG was like, hey, I saw your video. Great stuff. And I was like, well, I got it from this guy first, so thanks. But like, I've been in their Discord for like years and I never talked to anybody. And they were like, you're the best. And I was like, oh, thanks. You're the best. I also got asked to sign my first card. Someone ordered a damaged card and said, would you sign it? And I was like, okay. And then they showed me a binder, and they had a binder from literally every every like card store YouTube channel possible. And like, he just had a signed card from like literally everybody. The case is like 69 because yeah, I wish. I'm not that powerful. Yo, what's up, Grinder? Hey, Ron, how you doing? What is your video? I'm not attacking anybody. The only thing I whined about was like the API stuff. And that was like a video or two ago. I'm not going to go on the offensive. Once Rob and then Mason did their videos about it, I think those are very well structured, informative, and well put as far as the things that we, would like to see changed. But I think that's about as hard as you really need to go. I don't think I'm going to add anything of value to that, so I'm just not going to say anything, but I would share the sentiment of most. What up? Yo, what's up, 208? Got the 770 and the 404, but y'all act like I don't know, because I'm the abominable hoe man, globe trotting international postman, neighbor dick dope man. I used to know that song by heart. Yelling at the frontline employees is not the way to go about things, which is true. I mean, it happens to me all day at my job, and that doesn't do anything. Well, the current two videos are misguided and frankly pretty insulting. Message is good, but the tone takes... yes. I would agree. Actually, I think that probably goes to what I just said. I didn't see that comment before I said it, so sorry, but that would be... yeah. If I knew how to make emotes and I knew how to make badges, I would make one special badge for Mason. And that badge would be a man with a gray beard and a top hat. Just spitting truths all the time. Sage, a sage. But it's the truth, man. I mean, you're not going to get a lot of... you're never going to get a bunch of the change that you want when you're yelling at the sky. Now, it's frustrating because you'd think by this time they would have done stuff, but obviously you don't know everything that's going on in the background, so you have to be a little cautious, I guess. But have you ever looked at the play box to see if the EV is worth it, like the beginner box? I did. I don't think... it might be. I mean... when you say it's worth it, it really all depends on how much you can buy it for. So if you know what the EV is on a box, the amount you buy, how far away that is from the price you actually pay for it dictates how successful it'll be. Actually, I might still have it up on my other screen. I could probably just look it up real quick. What did we say? What was it? Marvel play boxes? So it says the EV for a Marvel play box is $126, and I'm pretty sure you're not finding them for less than that. Play boxes, yeah, Yeah, so I don't think they're worth it. My major gripe with TCP are still how they support team has handled things for me over the last year. If I had gone better, I would be selling there and placing those stamps. I love stamps. Stamps are the best. Oh, this is something I already sorted through. There it is. Yo, what's up, Mups? Is that pretty consistent across sets? Rudy sells like... I mean, even if he sells... So even if Rudy or whoever sells boxes for $100, it all depends on the value of the box. Now, with stuff like Marvel, I'm sure you could sit on it and it'd be worth more down the road, but... It just depends on how much money you can spend and leave sitting and how much you want to have working. And I don't have a whole lot of money to just be able to buy and sit on things, which is why I'm always breaking things down and probably spending more time than I should doing stuff like Pokemon bulk, but I need the pennies. Will I be always doing this as a focal point? No. But right now, I need the nickels and I need the quarters. For play boxes, the thing to play is to pick up a case or two and sit on them. Exactly. The way restocks are going with Witsy, I think play boxes will spike. I would imagine that would be true. So I saw on your video you have feedback you haven't left for buyers. You know if you can set it. I don't. Yes, I think someone told me you can. You can also. Apparently, you can do it to where this is what I just did is you can mark them all at the same time and then have it randomize all the different prefabbed feedbacks, so it just randomly assigns them, which is cool. I didn't know it could do that. Lower when the Turtles play were lower. Oh yeah, Turtles is way lower. Are you listing everything as far as Pokemon goes, or are you sifting? I'm listing everything. And I get it. It may not be it may not work for you, but what I'm doing right now is I'm listing everything, and then as I will slowly snake through my inventory when I do like cycle counts to make sure everything's accurate. And as I do that, then I'll pull things that aren't selling to bulk out. But because of the limited time I have to do this, I basically just have 2 full days off and then some nights. I'm listing everything. That way everything's got a chance. I can get those extra nickels and quarters and whatever here and there. This kind of Pokemon bulk oddly sells okay on direct. So that's a thing too. But then, yeah, as I take inventory and that's when I'll trim things that aren't moving or might be really low value to then set aside to bulk out to someone else or save to make lots or whatever. But to be able to just do it all at once and then do everything else all at once is easier for me than to just like nitpick here and there. But ultimately, you got to figure out what works for you. Are you listening? Okay. Now that you're on eBay, do you still list all bulk cards? Yeah. The pennies built my business. Yep. But like, I mean, it's we talked about it before. Like, I am trying to get to the point where I'm not focusing on the pennies. So I've got my moments where I do this, but I'm doing better at like time management and figuring out when to do what, and that's something everyone needs to get used to. This is like I said it a million times. This is my fortress of solitude. I can sit down and sort cards for 12 hours without a problem. And I just get so focused on it that I ignore the other stuff. So I can still do this. I just got to make sure I take care of business first. And then this. Yeah, I've been buying them to sit on the same drift. Holy shit, Craig coming in with the $20 super chat. Here since we missed you last week, brother. Very kind of you. Completely unnecessary, but you are the best, man. If I had emotes, I would say let's spam some emotes for Craig and his huge show of support. I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. You're the best. I don't even know what to say now. I forgot what I was saying. You win. God damn it, Craig. Yeah, I've been buying them to sit on the same with Aether Drift collectors. Yeah, those have been, yeah. They've been low for so long that, I don't know, man. Like, as good as I'm doing, like, I'm just not to the point where I can buy stuff and sit on it for too long. I know I'll get there at one point, but part of me is like, I don't want to put, like, if I can, let me try to structure this correctly. If the money that I'd be sitting on for stuff like that, if I could buy and sell with it, and try to net more and then like pick and choose on the way is what I've been kind of doing, but I don't know. I'm sure you guys feel it. Sometimes you feel tugged in so many different directions of, I want to hold on to this, but I want to sell that, but I can't hold on to this because it's too much money, so I got to sell some of it. And it's equally frustrating, but also like exhilarating to figure out where the balance is, you know? This doesn't look like a Chaos sorting tray. What's up, Mike? It is not. It is a Omega sorting tray. Actually, I lied. If I was doing that, all the cards would be upside down. I'm currently listening to this as well. My justification is that I have a massive space and I'm using a scanner, so sifting isn't... Bro, 208, I'm so glad you said that. I know, listen, I know people disagree with me all the time, but that is the exact thought process I have, is that I have the space. If my hands already touch them, I might as well list them, and then afterwards I can delist them and figure it out. But you never know what's gonna sell, and you know, if I had employees and stuff where it didn't make sense, it would be one thing, but I don't. And I'm trying to milk every single ounce of whatever I can out of everything I touch. Excellent. I love that. Love it. Yeah, I was thinking that I'm moving some of my money out of my investments accounts for something a little less volatile this year, buying sealed. Are you trying to buy Pokemon, Magic? Like, what are you trying? You don't have to tell us what you're wanting to buy, but like, do you have an idea of what you're trying to buy or tackle? I'll tell you what, I know it's probably not the smartest thing right now, but I have been buying Perfect Order ATVs. Perfect Order and Chaos Rising, Pitch Black. I've been buying those while they're like decently low. I don't have a lot. I've got like, I don't know, 4 Perfect Order ATVs. I got my Pitch Black one in the background, and then I got like 1 or 2 of the other ones just kind of hanging out. It makes me nervous too, man. I feel like there's so many people, not that it's wrong, but there's a lot of investing going along that like once things start to go down and everyone tries to fire sell it, like no one's gonna be able to move it, and then everything's gonna go like tanked. That Gorbis is going to fly? Is it competitive now? Did something change? Just a giant stack of S's. That makes things easy. Oh, I posted it in my Discord. The new Slowpoke in Pitch Black. It has a move called All You Can Yeet. And its ability is you just discard your entire hand. And then when you evolve it into Slowbro, its move is it does like 30 damage plus a multiplier, and that multiplier is based off of how many cards under a certain number of cards in your hand is. And that whole mechanic is fantastic. And it's derpy. It like fits them perfectly. Oh, okay, this one. It flew. We had it. It's over there now. It's actually sitting on my scale. Okay, I feel bad now. I gotta go get it real quick. Fun fact. Gorbuses are bulletproof. Unscathed. Back in the pal you go, sir. You deserve it. I don't think it will think as bad as people think it will. Pokemon doesn't do as much reprinting of this set and tons of products ripped daily. Gorbis for scale. Mike. Oh, wait. Okay, we already got Omega sorting on the list for April Fool's Day. Do we as a community start to just build Gorbis binders and we all mail them to CNA Games on the same day so he gets them all? That sounds exciting, doesn't it? Yeah? Oh, that sounds so good. No, it's a solid take, Haven. I like that. Thanks again, Craig. Thank you. The only shit Pokemon is Shinotic, more like Shitotic. Oh! Everybody, it's Phantom Cards, who can't stop making videos about how much he hates my way of life and doing business. What's up, buddy? Joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. What's up, man? That being said, do you feel like if you knew the playables for each set that you'd feel like you wouldn't need to list everything? No. That's a good question, actually, Mason. I, for the most part, know what the playables are. Listen. And feel free to impart your soul-crushing wisdom on me one more time. When I first started, a lot of what I did was Pokemon, and a lot of it was like the big like bulk orders of like, you know, like you said, it's a lot of time for, you know, low value cards, but I didn't have a lot of money or whatever, so it made sense for me to do it. Now I'm trying to treat it as, like you said before, like the extra stuff. So I'm doing the mass unboxings, I'm doing the bigger stuff, but every now and then do a little bit of listing everything for Pokemon, just as a side thing, and then slowly go through it as I take stock, remove things, bulk out here and there. But like, and I know this is going to be, again, something that is probably different, but like, when I sold all that bulk, I think there was probably like $2,000 worth of Slowpokes in there, you know? Yo, what's up, Ed? Thank you for the super sticker, dude. Appreciate it very much. You are the best. I love it. So the need, what's the Goku line? It's like, in order to be turn Super Saiyan, it's like, yo, what's up, Matt? Thanks for the sub, dude. You can't go Super Saiyan because you have to. There has to be a need or a desire to do it. I don't know. It just makes me happy. I like doing it. I get to make a little extra from it, and I was doing it the wrong way and making it my focus. Now that it's not my focus and I just do it here and there, I think it makes a little more sense. Oh, no. It's not an earth-shattering statement, my friend, but I mean, you know, like I said, it's a conversation piece. It's just, I like doing it. I make money doing it. If I had tons of product, I'd probably doing a rip and ship instead, but I don't. So here we are. And when I do this, I get to talk to wonderful people like yourself and everyone else that decides to stop by. Thanks again, Ed. Appreciate it very much. That's exactly it. Exactly. Fandom does the same about me. We're an elite crew. No, he doesn't just do the same about you. He's a dirty, filthy chaos sorter. Chaos sorters deserve scarlet letters up in this bitch. I take that back. Chaos sorters are perfectly fine. My goal every video is to make sure I shit talk Mike and Carmine. If I don't, I have failed my life's mission. Well, you know what? To each their own. I like sorting Pokemon bulk and listing everything, and you like shitting on your friends. That oddly makes me feel very wanted, and I would actually prefer that you keep doing it. The Goku quote is something like, the power comes from a response to a need, not a... Yes, Golden Throne. Not to me. I somehow knew that if you were to come in, you would know that. I'm just saying. How you doing, dude? Hope you're having a good night. Have you ever thought of what you could do, what do you call your store when you open it? The Derp Den. That was the first name I had in mind. The Derp Den Cards and Collectibles or something like that. If another name comes up, sure, but I like the Derp Den. I think the Derp Den sounds cool. I like the sound of it. Have you ever thought of what I wear my scarlet letter with pride? I mean, technically you are a scarlet letter, you dirty ginger. Wait, is that too much? That might be too much. I don't know. I don't take it back though. I take none of it back. Chaos sorters are the scum of the earth. They are even worse than Gen Zers. Don't get me started on Gen Z chaos sorters. Not only are Gen Z chaos sorters worse, but let's talk about people who don't like using physical stamps. Now that I have a voice, I can now ignore Phantom and his horrible take on stamps. Now that we have the floor, Mike. Disgusting. Craig's on point. In order to feel, you must have the ability to feel. The lack of a soul means you cannot feel. Also, I'm not gonna lie, Phantom, when you get animated in your videos, my desk raises about 6 inches. So more of that, please. I need more of those. I need more videos like that. Mike's largest nemesis, a Gen Z chaos eBay. Yeah. Oh, Sam, do you list the non-holos as well? Yes, I do. I'm not saying it's the right way or the wrong way, but I list it all and then worry about it afterwards. Some back in my day energy. Dude, that's exactly what it is. Guys, if for some reason you guys are not subscribed to my buddy Phantom or Card and All Gaming, that is Card and All, you need to be, or else you're a chaos sorter. Or else you're a chaos sorter who doesn't use physical stamps. And you don't want to be that. I don't know how y'all can do content videos. I did one interview on YouTube the other week, and man, it was hard but fun to talk to about selling TCG. I commend you for doing it. Thanks, man. Who did you talk to? Do you have a channel? I'm gonna feel really stupid saying that, and then you're gonna tell me it's... I already probably know you or something, but... 6 inches? Pause? Yeah, that was a lie. It's probably more like 2. But it's the internet, so I've got to lie. Okay. I was with you on Chaos Orders being scum, but you attacked me for not using stamps. No. I didn't attack you. I didn't attack you specifically. I don't know if you were in Phantom's chat yesterday, but there was some serious vitriol being thrown around about stamps. And we just had to set the record straight, okay? 6 inches is about 440 cards stacked. I'll keep that in mind. That's also how I'm gonna buy bulk now. Instead of instead of asking for quantity counts or weight, I'm just gonna be like, send me a dick pic, and I'll tell you in how much in inches how much bulk I'll be able to pay per inch. Excellent pivot. I love that. No channel did it with Pat on how to game. Oh hell yeah, dude! Like the bird card. Yeah. I just learned this. I don't know. I think Mason did a video a couple months ago, but card N all is a play on words for cardinal because of where like, you get it. I remember when he said that. And like all the neurons fired, and I was just like, oh my god, what? And then it all made sense, and I felt like I had just discovered science. It was pretty amazing. And then I felt immediately dumb afterwards, but because it's like obvious once you see it and hear it. Yeah, no, that is exactly what it is. Purpose is the way LOL Chaos Sorters and Stampedes are siblings. That's fair. I still haven't. I have the money. I just keep forgetting to get my label printer. I know. You St. Louis. Oh yeah, St. Louis. Duh. You should say it in every video. You must. How'd your stores go today, Mason, my buddy, my pal? Did you have a good sales day? Pick up any sweet collections? Any cool stuff come in? Damaged. Oh man, I won't get very much for bulk then. Yeah, we'll keep it on the down low. We don't, this could just be a work in progress kind of idea. What the hell is happening here? Oh, that's jacked. I just thought it was like a Whataburger. Everyone says water. Oh, yeah. No, not exactly. It was storming here today, so nothing crazy. Pretty slow. Well, I know there's no such thing as catching up, but I'm assuming if it's slow, that means everyone's able to get cranking on things that have been neglected due to time restraints. Oh, team. This song sounds like Ocean's 11 music. You see the new 3-pocket card envelope from Shipping Shield to put in a PWE? I did. It's cool. How much does it cost? Because if it doesn't cost much more, then sure, but I also buy my windowed envelopes for pretty much nothing, so I did, if I could find them for a decent price, I always wanted to get side loading envelopes. Where do you get your soundtracks from? So this is Spotify. It's Game Chops. They have a bunch of lo-fi video game. They do more than video game stuff, but they do lots of video game lo-fi songs and stuff. It's all free, and it's DMCA free too. So if you want to use it in YouTube videos, all you gotta do is just, you know, give them credit, and you're like good to go. Pretty cool. What was the website called again for the estimated value of box openings again? Mox Alpha. I do have an affiliate code for your first month if you decide to give it a shot. Don't have to use it, but it's like $50 a month, and I think it's like 15% off. So if you want to, cool. If not, no big deal. Also, if you're in our Discord, I'm going to start a channel where if you want to put in requests, I can look it up. Because I know $50 is a lot. So, you know, it's not gonna be my main job of the day to look up Mox Alphas for everybody, but if there's an odd set here or there that you want to look up, I think I'm going to be willing to do that. But if you get into doing openings a lot, whether it's that or other programs that are similar, it's worth having. Jesus. What just happened? Cost between 10 to 15 cents. Yes. What was the website? Okay, I was hoping you'd be live. Oh, what's up, Cooler? Took a gimbal about 20K bulk from a guy 2 hours away. 11K of it was black and white era and older at $10 for... Dude, that is freaking awesome, man. That's why buying bulk is so much fun. Does it happen all the time? No, but when it does, it hits, and it hits hard. I'm happy for you, man. Hope you make a killing on it. But 4,200 for 267, it comes out to 6 cents each. 4,200 what? Pokemon bulk? 6 cents a piece is kind of rough if it's Pokemon bulk. What would you recommend for starting out if debating getting a scanner or not right away? How long have you been selling cards for, Sam? My honest answer would be is you need to be doing everything by hand for like the first 6 months just to make sure you're even like doing it. Just because you have a scanner doesn't mean you're not going to be doing things by hand. So if you don't like doing things by hand, or like getting used to the systems and getting used to like the motions of everything, it's going to be worth it to just do it manually for a while, even though I know that's probably not the answer you want. Oh, 6 cents each for the pocket inserts. That's actually not bad. I'm paying like 5 cents right now for my windowed one, so the trick is still going to be, you know, not having, you know, if your post office is one of those that's silly and doesn't like to take in that type of stuff without having to pay non-machinable. So I was thinking a celebration of Power World TCG releasing, was thinking of getting a Power World server up and running. That way we can actually get you some videos for your gaming channel. It's not a bad idea. I honestly, the only reason why I haven't done anything on it yet is because I don't know what I want to do. I'm afraid. I shouldn't say afraid. Afraid is dumb. I'm afraid. I just said it again. games like Power World and Fallout and stuff, I don't know if I want to do anything like that, only because I know how addictive my personality is when it comes to games like that, and I'm not going to have the time to be able to give those types of games what they need. However, because I think I want to go down the more way, like, you know, like a Mark Septiceye or whatever those people are. Just like casual, general playthroughs, episodic in a way. I don't know if you know who Many a True Nerd is, but something like that. That's half the reason why I haven't done anything. But yeah, I mean, Power World's great. I mean, I'd be down to give it a shot. I only played the early release of it for like 20 minutes because there ended up being some kind of bug with controllers on Steam, and I'm definitely not a WASD WASD guy. I'm definitely a mouse and mouse clicker. I don't like doing other stuff. TH. Yeah, they're meant to go in number 10. Nice. You should do a beginner to top rated player on MTG and do a series where you teach us how to play and stuff. What's up, Morse? Dude, I haven't played in a while, dude. I don't know how much that would be, how well that would go. What type of games do I like? It's been a while since I've really actually played anything, but like I definitely like Fallout. I definitely like kind of sandbox games. You just kind of walk around and do stuff. I like, you know, Resident Evil type games. I like auto battlers in my spare, like in my free time. I'm always playing like Hearthstone. I like playing card games for the most part, but the luck factor, especially with games like that, get on my nerves sometimes. So a pretty healthy mix of everything. I'm willing to give everything a shot. And honestly, once I start taking the gaming channel seriously, like I'm going to be playing things I probably don't like the most just to play them. But yeah, survival horror, action adventure, role-playing games. As long as it's good. If it's halfway good. Seeing how strict my post office will be with that insert, I can't use shipping shields without paying non-machinable. Yeah, I've gone through that a billion times, dude. Like the post office is ridiculous. I still drive 20 minutes, 25 minutes. I drive 25 minutes from where I live to go to the post office that I know is not going to give me a problem. Those envelopes where I've got like 60 cards packed in it, I got it all marked. I got everything the way it needs to be. It's flexible. It's not wide enough. It's as wide as it needs to be. And they accept it without a problem. They accept everything without a problem. That's the number one complaint I get with my shipping video, because they're like, I go to my post office and they say it can't be done. It can. They have you can even ask them. They have a paper that you can ask where it shows the metrics of all the envelopes. It can't exceed 1/4 of an inch or 3/4 of an inch. It's got to be bendable by X number of inches or X number of whatever. And I've shown people like, hey, this meets all those metrics, and they still don't. They still refuse it, and it's dumb. So it's worth it for me to drive 20 minutes out of my way to not pay 50 cents on every single envelope. The things we do for the cardboard we love. Power World is amazing and would be a nice integration with the TCG of it. Yeah, I just saw some of the cards this last weekend. I didn't realize they had a game. About 1,500 because I was itching to buy. Should have stayed home. Yeah. Hopefully it turns out good, man. You never know. Not gonna shut down the store for GTA 6? No. I like GTA. I know there's a lot of people out there that is hyped for it for like the money making opportunities and all the Aiden Rosses and stuff of the world. I'll probably play it, but I'm not gonna be like a hardcore grinder of it. I don't have. That's the thing is with doing this business, there's only so much time in the day. And when you're grinding games like that, you literally have to be, it's got to be your main job almost, right? Because there's such a thing as grinding a game properly. That's why I like stuff like Path of Exile or other games like that where you have seasons. It's just, if I can't attack it the way it needs to be, it's not really worth doing it. For me, at least. Just starting out, I have about 4K cards in my own collection that I'm going to be listing. I don't know the best way to get decent pictures and do anything in a timely manner that makes sense. Yeah, it does. Are you selling on eBay, TCG Player, or both? Hot take, Fallout 4 is the most fun of the series that I have had. Fallout 4 is definitely dope. I'm definitely more on the Fallout New Vegas side of things. Only because Fallout 4, like obviously all the Bethesda games you can like abuse, but it's really easy to get overpowered in Fallout 4 really fast. And the minute I start feeling overpowered is when I start losing interest. So, and I like the older style. I like the Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas like style of the game. But yeah, it's fun as hell. It is great. And I definitely took a week and a half off of work when that game launched, so all I could do was play it. I am not afraid to admit it. Misty, 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 Misty. T-A-M-T-S-G-T-T-M. Resident Evil playthroughs though, dude, I bought Resident Evil 9. When did that come out? 3 months ago. I have still yet to touch it. It or Fallout 4, Resident Evil 4 remake are probably gonna be one of the two I start with. The idea is to have like, I know like episodically it's probably not the best thing, but I want to do 3 games, like Monday, Thursday, Tuesday, Friday, Wednesday, Saturday, and just like episodically go through them, and then as I finish one, just start a new one, you know, something like that. I've been to any 30 minutes from my house in the same thing. Yeah, my PO won't let me do your method due to it's not the correct width and height. That's the thing though, man, it is. You know, I'm not saying, you know, it is what it is, but because the thing is, once you get over 3 ounces, you go into a different class. At that point, it's a flat rate envelope. And when it's a flat rate envelope, you're allowed to be at up to what, like 11 ounces, and you're allowed to have a way more width. And the only thing you have to do is make sure it's uniform in size. I learned that the hard way, but once they told me that and I packaged it up, I'm like, so would this work? They're like, yep. And they just took it. I have not had an issue probably in like 2 years. With if the management changes or someone else leaves, then I might, but I'm riding the I don't have to complain about anything train as long as I can. I glazed all over TCG Player. Love those chaps. Yeah, man. You had some excellent points in that video. So much glazing. What's up, Teal? Everybody go subscribe to Teal. He's the best. If you like karate and you like Mexican, well, no, wait. You said you weren't Mexican. And you like Filipinos. Wait, no, you're not Filipino either. Anyway. You should subscribe to him because he's the best. Okay, bye. I was planning to do eBay. Honestly, man, it does not take as much time as you think to do a listing on your phone. Ask Teal. Teal, if you're still here, tell our buddy Sam here how long you did phone listings, like just like taking a shit on the toilet. Like, I know you want to get like cranking and list a lot, but I really think you should take your time the first month or two and just list manually, set a goal for like 5 or 10 cards a day, and just kind of take it slow at the beginning. And then once you start to get a hang of certain things, then ramp it up a little bit more. I know it's probably not the answer you want, but I really feel like if you're starting, that's the best way to go. Then you don't have to wait long. After like 2 or 3 weeks, you know, once you start kind of getting it set, then, you know, maybe get one of those things. Phantom's video today, he had like his little contraption that he just like slid cards down and then like it automatically scanned them. And like, there's things you can do out there. Have you tried Path of Exile 2? I have not played PoE 2 yet. I want to though. You do Until Dawn or a Query playthrough. Those are great episodic games. I don't think I've ever heard of either of them, but I'm writing them down. Oh yeah, what was that one game? I mean, I already know all about it, but what was that one that was like a TV show with the guy who was like a big mech superhero, and then there was like the bat, and then the chick who showed her titties, who could like zap around all over the place, like that type of game. I would love to play something like that. I tried to argue with them because the website said height or width or thickness, but they said it has to exceed all 3 to go as a flat. Yeah, it should. So when I put 60 cards in an envelope, it's over 3 ounces. It's still bendable. It's uniform in size. And it's over it's in the thickness threshold. That's so weird. I promise you, I'm not trying to argue with you. Like, I trust that that's what they're saying, but Dispatch. Yeah. Dispatch. That game was, I love watching that. Or what's it's a few years old now, but like, Detroit Become Human. Like, that was a cool game. Stuff like that I think would be pretty cool to play. Hey, Bronze, you still on Mana Pool, right? I do not. Yet. The leftover case of Marvel beginner boxes that I just got, I'm probably gonna list that on there. I was gonna do it, but they have onboarding, which is actually cool. So I have to do that this weekend, and then I'll list that on there as an experiment to see what's going on. The Corey spell check got me. The Sword and Shield Hollows and River Style is still good for you on eBay? Not really. I have a decent amount listed. They haven't moved yet, but I have mine priced pretty. Like my floor price is $249. So you know, and I've only listed some of the more popular ones. But someone in my comments said, because I was thinking about like moving some of them over, was like, just don't, and just let them sit there, and I'll probably do it. But I mean, Phantom sells them all the GD time, so I mean they move. I'm sure if I were to lower it to like $1.99, it'd be fine, but I'm comfortable with $2.49. So whatever. If I really want to sell it that bad, I'll just delist it and sell it for 20 cents on TCG Player. I don't care. But I don't think it'll ever get to that point. No, you the best, Bronze. Toilet phone listing's my thing. That's what's up. See, I know. They are like story-based horror games where your choices decides who lives or dies. Oh, like The Walking Dead? Like the those types of things? That sounds cool. Choose your own adventure? There's no better short than getting scared by a jump scare, and I get scared by jump scares all the time. So that could be pretty solid. Honestly, I just need to take my own advice and stop being a pussy and just do it. I already talked about it on Monday that I was, and I haven't, but. Oh, it's funny. I just say that and they're scrolling through and just go make the kind of gaming content. You're right, man. You're right. And that's the thing. I'm glad you said that, because the gaming channel isn't even to like make more money. It's to give me an outlet to play games, because I don't get to play games anymore. So I need to keep that in the front of my head of like, you want to play games, just play the games you like. And then, you know, if someone comes by, cool. If not, you get to do a solid hour or two of gaming a night or, you know, I can do it all on the weekend, just do like 2 or 3 hours on the weekend, make videos of it all, sparse it out. So I would like to share it and it be entertaining, but ultimately it's for me so I get to play some goddamn video games. Oh, wait, go through. You have a gaming channel? You're just talking about your car channel. You can't price Teamspeak Market unless you have a massive inventory. True. Yeah, definitely not a huge inventory for Magic. I mostly do Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon. That's all Yu-Gi-Oh! Actually, let me see if I can find the stack. I can't find it. Our buddy, one of my buddies sent me like a large flat rate box of a bunch of bulk, and it had like nothing super crazy, but it had some like Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girls and like a whole lot of like $1, $2 cards. So one of these days I'll get around to listing them. I just hate the set symbols, man. Like, why do they have to have a fucking serialized number? Why can't it just be a symbol? Such a pain in the ass. I hate it so much, it got me to use the F word. I never used the F-bomb on the channel. Ever. Chat about whatever you want. You'll get another $20 tip after your first gaming video? Well, you're already kind enough, man. You don't have to do that, but we will be getting to it. We will be getting to it. Talking about my current channel, I do have a channel that's tabletop gaming. That's right, you did the 40K. Yep. Yeah. That's funny, man. It's funny when you give advice to people and then like you don't take your own advice. It kind of makes you think. If you end up not wanting it, I'll buy it. I'll keep you in mind, man. I have like five rows of Yu-Gi-Oh! Bulk that I've had for a year that I have not touched. I don't want to say I'm scared of it. I just don't know what to do with it. I just don't know what to do with it. I know everything else way better, so it just sits there. And all of it was like throw-ins that I just gained over time. Also, why do near mint cards, why does every near mint card in Yu-Gi-Oh! Look like it's mildly played? I think that's the one thing that pisses me off more about Yu-Gi-Oh! Is outside the set symbol is like the card quality. It's like tissue paper. Whew, 64 orders? Come play Tarkov with me? Yes, I do hate myself and I want others to join in on it. Tarkov, isn't Tarkov like a subscription basis? Or am I thinking of something else? Man, I don't know if I've got the patience for Tarkov. You're right. I probably would hate myself. I like watching it, but man, that is a... Oh God. Uh-oh. 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 Crisis averted. You know what's funny? I don't think I've ever told anybody this, but whenever someone asks for advice and they're talking about like starting a gaming, a card channel, and I'm like, hey man, you know, just gotta kind of have to pull the Band-Aid off and do it. Those are the nerves I have for doing gaming because I've never done it, and I'm like, I don't want to say I'm afraid to look stupid, but it's like, I know once I do it and I just kind of like be me and I just, you know, talk while gaming, everything's gonna be fine. But it's like there's some stage fright there. I'm not gonna lie, there is. Even I go through it. Someone who's got a not even a successful channel doing something and is pretty comfortable talking in front of a camera for the most part, still get stage fright with some of this shit. It's crazy. It's crazy how that works. Worst thing about Yu-Gi-Oh was learning all the different rarities. Yeah, I grew up a Yu-Gi-Oh player, so it made sense. Card Baron as a GK player. I can't wait. Wait, what? Oh, GK, got it. Yeah, corners get destroyed just looking at them. Dude, I feel like they're destroyed the minute they show up. It's like when I put them on the floor, you just hear them just like shrivel up. It's insane. It's honestly a pain in the ass for scanning a sword for the card uploader. There's no perfect AI for Yu-Gi-Oh! Even with card uploader being super accurate, it's still tough. Yeah. That's why all those stacks are back there, because I'm like alpha sorting them all, and then I'm going to set sort them all. I don't want to... I honestly should probably just chaos sort that and learn, but who knows. The custodians would like to respectfully decline your request. I don't know much about the game, but I know what custodians are. Tarkov is box price, lol. I thought you had to pay... Wait, don't you have to pay for extra stuff in Tarkov? I swear, or like there's some kind of like microtransaction where you have to like buy a ticket, or maybe it's like a season pass I'm thinking of. I swear there was like an extra fee or something. Uh-oh. Golden Throne's answer is going to dictate whether him and Cardboard Baron are friends now. I feel like what army do you play in Warhammer is the same as what color do you play in Magic. And you can easily start a revolt by giving the wrong answer. That's the one good thing about Team Rocket, our Destined Rivals and Ascended Heroes, is there's lots of S's and there's lots of T's. Makes sorting it a little easier. Question on eBay. I have a ton of bulk I've gotten from NTU collections. About to start on a fresh eBay account. How would you start without knowing what all is in the bulk? For Magic, do you have a scanner? Because you might be, if you have a scanner, it might be worth doing like what Phantom does, where you like scan in like 300 to 500 cards, upload them to like Card Uploader, and then sift for the value. Something like that, potentially. My advice would be 100% try to chaos sort. There are literally a million sets. Oh, for Yu-Gi-Oh, yeah. You're probably right. I do need to condition them though, so I still need to do that. Maybe I'll start doing that like once a week. Just do one lot of chaos sorting. I feel gross even saying that, but I've not given it the shot that it deserves. Do you still condition? Or do you like go full chaos and just have all the conditions thrown in there too? 100%. I knew that was right. I was Cardboard Baron's 300 sub. I was your... Well, you know, you don't have 69 subs yet. I wanted to save my sub for your channel, Teal, until you got to 68 so I could, you know, meme it up, but it just wasn't happening. Honestly, like Pokemon games or Fallout games would probably be something I would play live. Like if I live streamed, those would be the type of games that I would play live. Or like a PoE or a, but like it'd be figuring out a schedule. I don't know. There's so many different avenues to go down. I think that's what makes it the hardest. It's like knowing there's so many ways to do it. The analysis paralysis kicks in, and then you just don't do anything. You're seeing analysis paralysis happen in real time. What a sight to see. I'm an Imperial Guard. We are the Hammer of the Emperor. I have over 10k points on Guard ready to go for 11th edition, but I also have the Ultramarines. Cool. I wish I knew what that meant, but I'm sure it's great. Well, I was a Thousand Suns player. I hate blue and magic, so what? No, if you hate blue and magic, that's great. That's perfect. You're talking to a red-green mage here, buddy. I got my second place in states running red-green Yavimaya Fires back in the day. Bronze messed it up. I got a ton of Pokemon from buying MTG collections. Pokemon. I mean, you're not going to go wrong with separating trainers. There are trainers that aren't used, but trainers on odds are most trainers are going to sell faster than most things. There are sites like Limitless TCG. You can go to Limitless TCG. I'll go on there and I'll look up tournament decks, and then they'll have like the cards used in those decks, and then those are the cards I'll keep an eye out for. So I'll find like 5 or 10 different decks from like 5 or 10 different top 8s, and then you can find the trainers that you see the most common, the Pokemon you see the most common, stuff like that. You can mix conditions, but you have to sleeve and label the cards. Okay. That makes sense. I didn't think about that. Unsub at 68? That's too much work. I'll just sub on my other account at 69. I'll still get the accomplishment. It'll be my main one with my actual name, so it'll mean more. Has anyone ever used Ace grading? Their slabs look so cool. They look cool, but they're pretty much worthless. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure if you ever decide to try to resell them, you're not going to be able to resell it if it's through Ace. If it's not through the top 3 or 4, it's going to be pretty much impossible to... I shouldn't say pretty much impossible. It's going to be a lot harder if it's not CGC, PSA, Beckett, or Tag. So if it's just for you and you don't plan on selling it, yeah, go for it. They do look sweet. But if you ever plan on trying to get your money out of it or cash it in on a rainy day, probably not going to go well. I like SGC. Like SGC is just like jet black all the way. I love it. But like, unless you're doing sports, yeah, you don't mesh well. Red, green, green, red. Only true colors. You better believe it. I don't think it's because it'll make the matching process 10 times easier. That's fair. I haven't even done it yet, and I'm already trying to go way too far with it. And in all honesty, it doesn't take that long to condition, you know. Hey, Bronze, curious if your bulk buyer OP been thinking about diving in bulk buyer OP. Curious if your bulk buyer OP been thinking about diving into the TCG. I am not sure. I don't know. I'm not sure what OP means. Alpha sort, then alpha sort, near mint foils, and then alpha sort foils, and then I start over. You do that with what game, Haven? I still want to buy a black label card. Those look so cool. They do. Absan is true colors. Absan is a close second. Where my siege rhinos at, baby? Abzan mid-range. One of the best decks ever. One of my favorite, it's not Abzan, but it was it has 2 of the colors. One of my favorite cards ever is the Ghost Council of Orzhov. I love that card so much. I don't think he buys One Piece, no. With MTG, yeah. I do. I think I do that, yeah. Everything is set, sorted, A to Z. Foils are separate. And then, like, the borderless special stuff is separate. I've been thinking about mixing the borderless stuff in with the regular stuff just for the, like, direct our eyes, have them next to each other. But it's not that big of a deal having to go to a different box for them. Scanner probably won't ever be able to condition, so that's where every collection buy starts. Yeah. True. Apologize, I'm on a run and sweat drip on my keyboard. It wouldn't let me send while I was talking, and then it sent the bad words. It's okay. Hey, you're doing it, man. How long did you how big of a run did you go for, dude? That's I wish I could do YouTube and run. I can't do that shit. What is up, my cardboard core workers? What is up, my favorite Papa? How are you? Papa Collectibles in the hizzy. Everyone say hi, Papa. Hi, Papa. God, I need to get emotes. I have emotes, but they're like 4 years old, and I need to get actual emotes. Siege Rhino is OG's second favorite card in the game behind Eternal Witness. Yeah, dude. I'm trying to think. I've talked about this before. There's a series of cards in Mercadian Masks, the Rishadan Pirates, that have, there's 3 different ones, and they all have different ETBs of when it enters the battlefield, someone has to sacrifice something unless they pay 1, 2, or 3. I love those cards. They're not good. I got lucky in a game once in a tournament in like top 16 with it. But like this is in the same time frame when like mono blue fairies was a thing. So you had Gush and Boomerang and ways to like bounce lands to fuck with people. I loved that. Loved it. I don't know what my favorite card would be though. I went to GP Richmond way back in the day so I could get to the Eternal Witness playmat. 2/2 drop ain't 0/2 drop. Dude, that way I remember that playmat. That thing was sick. It still is sick. Doesn't think like anyone does. Got my brain thinking it's either a great spot to jump into it or there's a reason no one does. I think, and team, co-workers, tell me what your opinion is, but I believe One Piece is like the cream. There's the cream and no crop. It's just, you got the playables and then literally everything else, and it's One Piece bulk is pretty much not worth it. I'm sure some of it is, but I think ultimately it's just not like other games. It's all about the hits. Great, bought 3 bulk 5 rows from LGS and they have money inside. Yay! Wait, like actual physical cash? Did you pull a Storage Wars and buy a 5 row and just see a chunk of $20 bills? Because that'd have been sick. Do they even mess with bulk at all, Papa? Do they, or do they like sift at all, or do they just... How much did you make pumping the Marvel box prices? I didn't make anything. At least not from talking about them, but it'll be probably a good $30 to $40 of profit per box when it's all said and done. That number I had in my video of like $1,800, it's gonna take a while to get there, but that's what we're gonna net. And honestly, once I get enough money to pay off the thing, I'm probably gonna buy 18 more. I don't give a fuck. If the EV is still there, I'll probably just max out a 5 row and then just, that'll be it. Gouging fire. Only foil sell for me for One Piece. Yeah, I asked the One Piece bulk and it doesn't really move. Yeah, I figured it would be better just because it's like a popular manga. So like people might collect like certain characters, but I guess that's just not the way that game works. Just kind of crazy. Where's Mason? Gorbis? Gotta love it. G E C T Z C E A 3.25 miles. Each half mile gets fat. Ooh, I like that. I don't know why I never thought about that when I was in my heyday, because I'd always do like start stop. I like run for a quarter mile, then like walk for a quarter mile, and I would always hate it. But progressively getting faster over the course of 3 miles sounds like it'd be. I mean, I'm not in the shape to be running yet. I gotta lose a few more pounds before I start jogging. Only because I've had the meniscus in both of my knees repaired twice, so I'm not trying to take any chances with that. But I might steal that from you once we get to that point. There's also, you know, I'm only 41. I'm not like super old by any means. I may never run again. I might just do lots of walking and fast walking. It's because I've had my knees operated on so many times already. It makes me nervous to run and fuck something up again. Not cash, but almost as liquid. A bunch of $5 cards and they don't deal with bulk at all. Hell yeah. That's what we like to hear. Do they buy it specifically for you, or do they just, you know, it's like they buy a collection, they throw in the bulk, and then they just hold it? So that's what one store does for me. But whenever they buy a collection, like they actually buy bulk for me. I gave them my rates, and they just buy it for me, and then I just go give that to them, which is pretty sick. And they've made out from it because sometimes they'll come in with some high dollar stuff and then they take that stuff and it's like, okay, well, just give me the bulk. I don't care. They don't even sift it either. They just buy it for me and they set it aside and then I get it. Beautiful. I will be completely honest. I picked up 27 cases of the Marvel beginner boxes at $60 each. Yeah, 20 per box is still fine. Yeah. Right now, I think the EV, let's say the worst EV, because it was at 70. I've been seeing it at 80. So let's say 70. 70, take off 15%. What's that? Say $12. Say $15. So 70 minus 15 is 55. Minus 20 is 35. An extra $5 off for errors and fuck ups, $30. So you're making potentially $30 on a $20 input. Braun's got to get a bike. I'm a fat guy too and have been biking this summer. I hear you loud and clear. I fucking hate bikes. I can't. I don't. I love walking. Walking's good. I can get in my zone in walking. I don't like walking on treadmills. I just like walking forward. And like the seat hurts my ass. I don't like the seats. As a fellow big man, you probably experienced that too, but just bikes never resonated with me. I might do it at some point, but I just, you know, it's like cards. I like listing all my bulk. I like just walking forward. I don't, you know, do what works for you, but yeah, bikes are great. Even ellipticals. I hate elliptical machines too. I had a knee injury several years ago, 3 MRIs, 6 x-rays later. They never figured out what was wrong. Damn. Probably carrying too many heavy bags. 40 here, knees are shot, Marine Corps. Well, 41 here, not in the Marine Corps, and my knees are still shot. We should start a separate Discord where everyone's knees are shit. Amazon's at 25, which is still pretty good. Yeah, I think 25 and less, you have the ability to double up no matter what. No run, swim with French cut Speedo. That will come at 10,000. Once we hit 10,000 subs on the channel, we'll do that. We'll go full bar at. No, they buy with the collections and have had this sitting in their warehouse unworked. I'm sure they were just happy to get rid of it and get it cashed out. So, win. Yeah, I got mine at $14. Yeah, it's fucking insane. 14 is about as low as you'll get it, I think. I'm 34 from the army, knees are toast, had surgery on one, and it made it worse. Yeah. Surgery is weird, man. I know it's needed somewhat sometimes, but I'm a bigger guy, but I've always loved to run. I did run a lot. When I got in shape the first time and I got to my lowest, I would run 2 or 3 miles a day, but it's more, even if I lose 100 pounds and I get down to like 320, 325, it would be more the mind. I'd be more scared to bust something because I never want to have surgery again. So the fear of running and potentially doing something is what keeps me in line and just walking all the time, or pool stuff. I just picked up a bulk MTG lot. Has a couple of boxes of open collector packs. It looks like he just opened them and pulled what he wanted. Yeah, dude. McBride, that's awesome. Did you like my idea about the direct shipping video? I'm curious to try it, but no. Oh yes, I did, Craig. I actually have it. I've got it on the board. I'm almost done with the one I have now, but once the new RI prints, which should be in the next week or so, I will be doing a video on it. So I got you, bud. Bicyclists are almost the worst cult on the planet. Yes. Another reason to not become one. Well, I take that back. If you want to be one, fine, but there are definitely those that think they own the road, and it's a little much. It's a little much. B T T E T T E D M. Bam. Do 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 do. I'm about to do a video on it, but if you can, I would recommend picking up Final Fantasy starters. Like the starting kits? Yes, sir. Don't gotta tell me twice. I'm at the point now when you say something, I'm just gonna say, okay. That's the thing, man. There's always like little hidden gems out there. Even outside of these two things, like there's always random things out there that if you buy them at the right price, it just makes sense. I didn't get to take advantage of them, but I heard the tales of the Chandra spell books back in the day. Those were like double ups for literal years. Yo, what's up, Captain? Bronze and Baron Hot Tub Stream 10K subs. Let's go. I'm down, baby. We'll get one of those floaty tubs like Amaranth and just get it in put it in an apartment. I'll travel for that. I don't drink anymore, but we could get some like root beers or something. Just talk about bulk in a tub. Make a podcast out of it. Two guys, one tub. What's a good price for the starter kit for Final Fantasy? I opened in so many of the Final Fantasy decks, they were under 20 for a long time. Yeah. Oh, I still got Mox open. Let's see what the EV is. Final. Fantasy starter kit. $40 is a bit too much. Yeah. Diamond for $14.99. Okay. I got a few Chandra books. They weren't that great, to be honest. The prices were depressed for a while. They did for a while, but there was like a year or two where they were pretty solid. Virgin daiquiris. Yes, sir. Hey. I take personal offense to that, New Haven. That's the only picture we need in our head. It's either that or it's Phantom twerking, and you can't have both. He could be the third on the podcast. Baron, it could be me and you on both sides, on two different sides talking, and the entire hour we talk is just Phantom twerking in between us. In the middle. Non-stop. He can't stop. If he stops, then a little kitten on the side of the screen dies. Golden ticket idea. I'll tell you what. So if you have an in with someone who has distro, they're $12. Yep, that's a good price. I think they said the EV was like 25 or 30, so you can definitely do that. Also, Baron, I do have a make sure, not just the Final Fantasy one, but if you ever have videos that you post, I do have a self-promo section in the Discord, so feel free. Anybody that makes content, I don't care what it is, if it's a TikTok, if it's a YouTube video. If you're in my Discord, I do have a self-promo section, so make sure you share anything you have with everybody. I like checking out everything that everyone does, and I know some of you guys out there are really nervous to start, so sharing it in a group like that where everyone's kind of got your back and can give you pointers is solid. So make sure, just making sure I get a lot of people messaging me like DMs like, hey, is this allowed to be posted? If it's content and you're making it, put it in there. We're good. I'll look at the pretty flowers myself. Okay. Offer stands. Offer stands. T-A-C-T-B-M M-H-S-T-T E-T-T-W-M-M-M. The good thing about buying like the beginner boxes and like the Final Fantasy things is like it's not a big upfront cost. You're not having to spend thousands of dollars. Like you spend $500, make 30-40% real quick, and then you're done. You're not having to shell out like a shit ton of money. There's obviously points that you can, and it's good to do, but yeah, sometimes it's okay to get a little baby break in there, I think by law the next video I have to make is the problems with TCG Player, right? I mean, why not? I'm not doing. I mean, yeah. I mean, you're more than welcome to do one. I just I definitely think there are some people that have been a little too aggro about it. I think Mason had a really good take on it earlier. But it's YouTube, baby. That's the way content works. Strike while the iron's hot. That's how it was with Sword Swift and tease. Damn. Almost made it to the end of that box. Now we gotta stack these up over here in a nice, even manner. A nice, dangerous manner. I think everyone should put out TCG Player hit pieces to get them to move. I bet the only thing they will do is say, we hear you, and that's why we implement the ability to change the dashboard color. Pay to win. You can change the color of your dashboard, and you can switch between the old and new things. But for for 100 silver coins or whatever freemium currency they want to sell us, then we can have integrated shipping. That'd be pretty solid. I mean, everyone else is doing it, but yeah, the twerking one is a bit aggressive with the hate. He's passionate. I think, honestly, I mean, you guys know I love Phantom. I think if he sold on TCG Player as much as I or some of you guys, it might be a little different. But there'll be a day. There'll be a day where he either has to or and it might change a little bit, and it may not. It's not for everybody, but there's definitely a lot of sauce behind it. That's what I'll say. Imagine that Final Fantasy Star kits for $25. $2,500. That might be a bit. $25 in Australians, probably more in American, so probably not. I don't know what I don't know what what the hell is the term? We were talking trash about you. We were saying that you hate TCG players so much that you never want to give it a shot. We were saying that you hate it, and you lie about everything, and that you definitely started with $1,000. And you missed that you're going to be in a new podcast. Me and Cardboard Baron are going to be sitting in a tub talking about cards, and you're going to be twerking between us while we talk. And you won't talk. You're just going to twerk. And you can't say no. We've already agreed to this. We'll pay you in bulk. How long do you think you could sift? Or twerk. If you had a twerk, if Kevin was hooked up to like a battery, and the only way to keep that battery from firing was for you to twerk, how long do you think you could twerk? Captain Insano. I know he was gonna come in with the TCG tracking. I love it. I'm game. You heard him. You heard him, Baron. I'm saying I'm sure there's a middle point between where I am and you are. It's probably like 4 hours, 5 hours. Are we entering a new meta? I don't know, man. The intro was what, like 20 seconds? You did pretty good. Twerking while sifting? Oh. Yes, I love it. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, dude. If TCG Player gave up API access, I think at that point that's when I would consider trying to take Sword Swift seriously. But that's the one thing holding me back, because I just don't want to have to relist everything again. I don't need to right now. Whatever. All right. We're gonna the last couple minutes, I'm gonna pull up Mox Alpha, and we're gonna look up stuff. I'm heading to bed. It's been a long day. Have a good one, Craig. You're the best. Everyone say bye, Craig. Thanks again for the dono, dude. You are a madman. I appreciate it very much. We need to add a screen capture. Screen capture. All right. Can everybody see it? We got mocks up? Perfect. All right. What are some sets that you guys might be curious about? We'll look up a couple sets before we leave. Yeah, there's no reason for me to use it right now. eBay and Manapool have most everything covered. The only thing I can sell right now is playables for Pokemon, but it's not like crazy good money. That's fair. That's fair. I am going to be... Oh my god, fucking display. I'm going to be... I got my last case of Marvel Collector beginner boxes in, finally. I'm going to start Manapool this week and just have like a separate inventory and just slowly list on there and just kind of take it slow. I was going to do it right away, but I didn't realize there was an onboarding process. So I have to wait till this weekend to do it, but... Secrets of Strixhaven. It's got a $71 EV. So I don't know what you bought them for, but yeah, 71 bucks. Actually, where are all of them? Strixhaven. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are all 5 decks here. So if you were to buy a whole display, it's 120, 170, 230. So a whole display has about $280 in value. I don't know what a display goes for, but if you can get a display for like 180, 200, you're probably going to make 10, 20%. Karlov Manor. Play boxes. Ooh, ew. Collector booster box EVs. Gross. Play boxes. MH3 is a good one. $168 average value, plus or minus 42 bucks. So when I use this, I'll usually set up the worst case scenario, and I'll say if I buy Murders and it's the worst box possible, I'll take that 168, subtract the $42, which leaves me with $126. Then I'll take off my fees off that 126, and if then I take the price I paid for it, and then that number I have left over, and if it's not at least 15 or 20%, then I don't buy it. Modern Horizons 3. I think MH3 has a pretty high standard deviation, but it's still worth opening, even at how high it is. Modern Horizons 3 booster box. Yeah, so average of 344. I'm pretty sure Stomping Grounds has these for like 255 right now. And with mouse bags openings, like the more you buy for any given product, the closer the value becomes, the closer it is to the estimated value. So like with the standard deviation of 65 bucks, if you bought one box, there's a good chance that you'll get hosed and have a shit box. But if you bought 30 boxes on average, you'll be close to that $344 number, which, like I said, I think Stomping has them for like 255, 260. So minus your fees, there's room there. A legit change on Manapool. I brought my entire inventory over 100K at a time and had over 150 hours before I got interviewed and verified on Manapool. How many cards do you have listed? 100K cards at a time? Holy shit. I like dislike TCG player. Mostly while feeling like a big order should be exciting, but it's more a drag. Maybe a little bit. I don't know, probably because I've been selling on it for so long is why I don't care. But, you know. I got straight on Manapool. The only downside with Manapool is the smaller customer base, lower fees, no free shipping. That's true, but yeah, it's why you buy a case at a time, exactly. If you're gonna do it, you gotta, I mean, I wanna get to the point where I'm buying like 3 cases at a time. I wanna get to the point where I'm buying 3 cases of something every weekend. I don't know if you guys that watched any of like RNG Games old videos and then some other guys that do mass box openings, but that's how they got started to growing their inventory. That's actually going to be Thursday or Friday's video, is me talking about mass box openings and like how to do them correctly. I started last December. I have 140K listed now. I don't think they have a limit. Nice. Because there's no wrong way to do mass box openings, but there kind of is. You know, you can't just buy one box at a time. You have to do it in bulk, and you have to, you know, do some work. But yeah, that's pretty cool. They just added Riftbound too. Boop. I don't think anything's worth opening. Like, for instance, like this is the newest set here. It's got an estimated value of $180 per box, but the standard deviation is $263, which means it's like get the case hit or you get screwed. That's what that means when that number is this high. That's insane. That is like danger, danger. Yeah. If I get the chance to buy some bulk, I definitely will, but you have 400K-ish backlog? Holy crap. That's it. I couldn't think of it. Law of large number is on your friend, is your friend. Absolutely. What's overnumbered? Like their like special illustration rare or whatever? Or their secret rare, like for Pokemon, it goes past the set number. Dude, Captain Insano, that's so true. You had the law of large numbers and the law of small numbers. The law of large numbers comes into play with the amount you buy when it comes to mass box openings, and the law of small numbers comes into play for the odds of someone buying something never being zero, because of how many people are out there looking for stuff. Great. I know I'm alone in this, but check out what's SWU. Is that a Riftbound set? What is SWU? Oh, Star Wars Unlimited. Got it. This one seems kind of cool. And did you caught on the value and mass opening commander boxes and they took out the collector sample pack? Yeah, it's lame. Ashes of the Empire. That wasn't me looking up more. Ashes of the Empire. $78, $87, $84, $95. I know, Teal. Calm down. Karlov play, we just looked that up. I'll look it up again. Karlov play. If you can find them for a decent price, I don't think it was too bad. I think it was like 190, 160, 168. So with the potential worst box being 120, you'd probably have to be buying them at like $80, which I don't know if you can get that. Wholesale is 75. Yes, I mean 75. Does Star Wars does it sell a lot though? Because that game is like pretty much dead, right? Or there's been lots of not good talk about it at least. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. Boom, boom. I just realized that we never changed the playlist, so if you heard 3 songs over and over again, my bad. No way to tell because they overprint the shit out of it. That's I knew there was something, but I mean, I know you said it might be a you thing, but it's, you know, there's potential there. This is the first time I've seen Cosmos Holo style Magic cards, Infinity collector packs. Dude, Infinity is, it's called, I think Magic calls that Galaxy foil. Some of them are pretty, the Galaxy foils people like, especially out of Infinity. Some of them are pretty pricey too. You got to make sure you look them up. They thought Lorcana was dead, but came back strong. Could happen to Star Wars United. It's possible. I mean, it's Star Wars. They just have to start being smart about stuff. I open 2 or 3 cases every release of Magic or of Star Wars or of anything. Probably anything. Guys, if you're not aware, keep your eyes peeled this Sunday. Our friend, the Cardboard Baron, is going to be our next guest for Sunday morning conversation. So if you've been enjoying the cardboard talk that he has provided, we're going to be talking about all sorts of stuff Sunday. So, well, we're going to be talking about Saturday. You're going to hear it Sunday. Star Wars, really? 3 cases. Do you buy those new collector boxes? Are those worth it? Lorcana cut the print runs to nothing until the market was jump scared into vaulting it. Yeah. Yeah. You know what these people are doing, man. It's so crazy. It's like, if you know this stuff, like, why not just like do it the right, like just do it the right way. Let's go check on Jumpstart Foundations. I think the EV went down a little bit, but it's still good. Foundations, Jumpstart, yeah. So it was rocking at like 150. So it's at 130 still. 130, so it went down $20. You can still get boxes of this for like $83, $81. So 25, that's 106. It's a cheap enough box that if you were to buy like 3 cases of it, you could probably make $20 to $30 a box. So that's not too bad. I'm going to do a box opening the video tonight. Are you posting it tonight or are you posting it tomorrow? Oh, the Carbonite box. Yeah, Foundations, dude. I have too much of the crap listed, like the bulk, but I think I've probably opened 70 or 80 boxes total of Foundations Jumpstart. Yep. 120, I think, is like the tops too. Yeah, 120 seems about right. That's probably about the highest you can go. I love Foundations play too, dude. There's so many good cards in Foundations play. Carbonite boxes were 10 sets ahead of their time. Ah, well, if I might not have this right, Madtown, so correct me if I'm wrong, but they pretty much they hit that like a, you know, in case of emergency break glass, right? Still need to make it only take me like 60 minutes to do it. I'm just being lazy at the moment. You're not being lazy. You're talking with pals here. There's nothing wrong with that. Lorcana has coming out, collector boxes coming out next year. Can't wait to see. Can't wait to see how that turns out. I bet you for as far as collector boxes go, they're gonna have some insanely good looking cards. I can only imagine. I can only imagine. Foundation starter kits. I actually think I almost pulled the trigger on one of those, and then I didn't. I ended up just doing the yeah. What's up, DG? All right. It was good chatting with you guys. I still got to edit tomorrow's video. So that's going to wrap it up for tonight. I appreciate you all hanging out as usual. We had like 50 viewers this stream, which is freaking crazy. I don't think we've ever been that high. As usual, thank you for all the kind words. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for all the brainstorming and just like general kind of talk back and forth. That's what I really love about doing this stuff, especially with the Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord, do so. We're almost at 100 members, which is pretty dope. We'll be back tomorrow night. Try to get as much of this Deaths and Rivals stuff done. And then we'll see you tomorrow. Peace. Bye.